This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Tuesday, the 23rd day of July in the year 2019. Here's what we're tracking tonight. A Guyanese registered cargo vessel has been busted with more than 95 pounds of cocaine in Tortola. According to reports out of the British Virgin Islands, the vessel carrying the name Carifesta was nabbed at the port of Purcell with the illegal cargo. The bust took place on the 18th of July after the vessel arrived in the BVI from Trinidad and Tobago. The seizure was part of a joint operation involving both the police and customs departments of the British Virgin Islands. According to a statement from the police in the BVI, 3 pallets containing 200 bags of thin-set cement were discovered and searched, and it was during those searches that the packets of more than 95 pounds of cocaine were discovered. There has been no information released on the owner of the vessel as the investigations are ongoing. The vessel was lost in Guyana in mid-June and left here for Trinidad and Tobago. More news coming up in just a moment.
Fuel it up and drive, Super 95, tune up. Fuel it up and drive, Super 95, tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guyana Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guyana's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
Why you must register. Registration is a legal requirement according to the National Registration Act, Chapter 1908. Persons who do not register can be charged and fined along with imprisonment. Getting registered has 2 main benefits for eligible citizens: national identification and the opportunity to participate in the voting process. After registration, you will receive a national identification card. A national identification card may be used to vote at an election, identify oneself when transacting business or seeking employment, transact business at the bank, obtain old age pension, secure a driver's license, transact business at a post office, secure a loan, conduct a hire purchase transaction, obtain a police clearance, collect national insurance benefits, apply for a passport, apply for a TIN certificate. Don't miss the chance to get registered. Look out for GCOM. Make it your responsibility to register. For more information, contact GCOM on 22502-7729 or 223-9653. Email pro@gcom.org.gy. Contact the nearest GCOM registration office or visit the website at www.gcom.org.gy.
Hey, babe. Hello? Is Don Me Quite just done?
Buddy, you need to switch to GTT Fab 5.
Fab 5?
Activate the GTT Fab 5 plan today. For only $5,005, you get free unlimited calls to 4 of your closest family and friends, 5 gigs of data plus 250 text messages, and your Fab 5 friends can call you for free. GTT Fab 5.
Oh, yeah, like the switch. Wicked Fab 5.
Summer is just around the corner, and this year we're giving you a Visacation. It's easy. Get your GBTI Visa card and travel to your dream summer destinations or shop all you want online. With Visacation, you get to win prizes when you use your GBTI Visa card between June 1st and August 31st. Don't have a Visa card? Visit your nearest GBTI branch or go to www.gbtibank.com. GBTI, we see Guyana through your eyes.
Welcome back, and turning now to the world of politics, Chief Justice Roxanne George Wiltshire this morning denied a request by the attorney Christopher Ram for the court to grant an order to stop the house-to-house registration exercise by the Guyana Elections Commission. Attorney Anil Nandlal, who represented the interest of Christopher Ram in the matter, told the media that the Chief Justice did not grant the order.
The Chief Justice did not grant the conservatory order which we sought to restrain the registration process.
Mr. Nandlal, however, stated that the Chief Justice emphasized that she understands the CCJ's ruling that elections must be held by September 18.
The Chief Justice emphasized that she understands that the CCJ ruled that the elections must be held by September the 18th.
And she said that in chambers.
And she said that very clearly.
Attorney General Basil Williams had a different understanding of what was said by the Chief Justice.
The 3 months had been overtaken by the court matter. That is clear. And so the next step is an extension by 2/3 majority, which the Lord Chief Justice said has not been done as yet. In other words, he's still holding out an expectation that the parties will get together and do as 106.7 require. Since the 3 months had elapsed, you go and get a 2/3 extension.
The Attorney General said the CCJ, based on its ruling, may be hopeful that the two parties will still get together and do as required by the Constitution. Although Chief Justice George Wiltshire denied the order to stop the house-to-house registration exercise, she has given the applicants more time to put forward additional information with regard to the order, asking the court to order the Elections Commission to hold elections by September 18. Mr. Nandlal said that based on the arguments put forward in the original application, the Chief Justice has granted more time for additional information to be added.
We have not satisfied her on the affidavits that we have not satisfied her that there is enough evidence to show that GCOM is not acting to complete this process and hold elections within that time frame. That she wants more evidence to persuade her that this exercise that GCOM is embarking upon will take us beyond that time frame. That's the first thing. And of course, secondly, we have another ground upon which we are challenging the house-to-house registration, that it's purely illegal.
Attorney General Basil Williams said all of the orders now being asked of the Chief Justice were already dealt with by the Caribbean Court of Justice, and he believes Ram's move to the court is an abuse of the court and is also disrespectful of the higher court.
What I know is that all these things were said to the CCJ, that GCOM had already expended about $750 million in respect of house-to-house registration because the decision was made since in around 2018 for it to be done in 2019. No one thought about nobody expected a no confidence motion. And they already recruited and trained personnel, they acquired materials. So the question would be, what happens to $750 million? You throw it into the river? Is it simpler to continue the process? The house-to-house, I think they have truncated it from 6 months to 3 months to do the field work and so on. So, you know, it's a question of what's reasonable. Do we have money to waste? So, but any other thing is going to have involve costs. And GCOM is only GCOM has the power to make the determination, not lowly me, not the president. But when Jaguar was president, he said that too.
The parties will return to court next week to further address the other matters dealing with the case. Let's tell you now that Chief Elections Officer Keith Lowenfield has announced that the Guyana Elections Commission has increased the number of staff members in the field conducting house-to-house registration. Speaking to reporters this morning at the High Court, Mr. Lowenfield said the process has been progressing with satisfaction.
We have many more teams at the front end and people are coming out to register.
What about the number of personnel? Have you increased the number of personnel who are going out, the enumerators?
That's correct. The amount of enumerators, we have increased them at the front end, as I said earlier, so that we can move the process.
The Chief Elections Officer said questions about whether GCOM can use the old list for new elections should be directed at whoever becomes the new chairman of the Elections Commission and the commissioners.
Or is the last list completely unusable?
It depends.
Can it be used for elections? If so, called upon for GCOM to hold elections immediately?
I leave those questions for the new chair and the commission.
But you advise them, aren't you?
I certainly will.
So what about at a technical level, is the list usable for an election?
The list as at 30th of April, if a claims and objection exercise is to be used, then that will form the basis of a preliminary list for a claims and objections to be held. Claims and objections exercise to be held.
He also shied away from other questions on the voters list and its size. He said he has never used the word bloated to describe the voters list.
I have not. I have not engaged His Excellency on the numbers game, and I cannot pronounce on that.
Do you have an average of how many persons?
It's speculative. I will want to do an exercise to determine that amount, and that is an exercise that can be done.
The Guyana Elections Commission has stated that in the first 2 days of house-to-house registration, over 20,000 persons got registered. An effort in the court by attorney Christopher Ram to stop the process was dismissed this morning. While the opposition People's Progressive Party Civic is holding firm to its decision to be non-cooperative with the house-to-house registration process that is ongoing. In a statement last evening, the PPP said it will not accept any voters list that will be generated from the house-to-house registration exercise. The Elections Commission intends to use the ongoing registration process as part of the preparations for a new voters list. The opposition party wanted the commission to use the old list with a new claims and objections period. According to the PPP, its leadership has decided not to participate in the process and would like all Guyanese to follow its lead. The party maintains that the current house-to-house registration exercise is illegal and in contravention of the ruling of the Caribbean Court of Justice. The opposition leader Barra Jagdeo repeated that claim during a radio interview today on 94.1.
So this is an act of mass disenfranchisement. This is an act to create confusion around we get such a bad product at the end of the exercise with thousands of people off that to fix it will take another year. And that's what they're trying to buy time.
But the Guyana Elections Commission has said that the process is lawful and the Commission is following the law and all legal requirements in relation to registration. The opposition PPP believes that the start of the house-to-house registration exercise is meant to prolong the preparations for elections and to force an extension. GCOM has stated that there is nothing illegal about the process, and it was ordered by the Commission and funded by the National Assembly, and therefore the process will continue. In other news, let's tell you that the instrument landing system at Guyana's Chetty Jagan International Airport is getting an upgrade. The Guyana Civil Aviation Authority has inked a contract with the Canadian-based company Intelcon for the upgrade and installation of the instrument landing systems at the main airport. According to a statement from the Civil Aviation Authority, the instrument landing system is a precision approach aid employing 2 radio signals that provides a pilot with vertical and horizontal guidance during the landing phase of an aircraft. The authority said with the upgrade and extension of the runway at the Chetty Jagan Airport, the acquisition of the new and modern equipment will enhance the landing capability of aircraft at the airport to alleviate the need for diversions in minimal weather conditions. The new system is to be installed by February of next year, and when that is done, it will also align the Guyana Civil Aviation Authority with more international standards, as dictated by the International Civil Aviation Organization. While a group of Guyanese craft producers staged a protest this morning in front of the CARICOM Secretariat to raise their concern and dissatisfaction with the way they are being treated by the organizers of Carifesta. The group of craft producers will be part of Guyana's contingent to the regional festival, which is being held this year in Trinidad and Tobago in August. At issue is a number of booths being provided in the Carifesta village for Guyanese craftsmen. They complained that at the last Carifesta event, which was hosted by Barbados, 25 booths were made available to Guyana for the showcase of its art and craft. However, they claim that the organizers for the festival in Trinidad are only offering them 5 booths to showcase all of their work, and that is not enough.
We are the founder of CARICOM, Carifesta, and we have always been the largest contingency. That's what I was made to understand. And I think it's unacceptable. If you're going to do that, you should have been doing that 5-6 months ago and giving valuable reasons why, but you cannot just do that at this minute when everyone has already made all their reservations. I have people telling me they took a loan to bake craft and they made the reservations with their apartment, their tickets, etc. It should be minimum 20-25 booths. Why? What is the reason for you to cut in Guyana out like that?
The protesters said it is disrespectful for a large contingent to be limited in the amount of work they can showcase at the regional cultural festival. The Department of Culture in Guyana has been seeking to address the issue and is scheduled to dispatch official letters of concern to the Carifesta organizers in Trinidad and Tobago. Across the Region is coming up next.
Falls, a trademark of China's Zhanghao Incorporated, located at Land of Cane in East Bank, Demerara, was incorporated in April of 2013 with over $10 billion Guyana dollars invested in a state-of-the-art 100,000 barrel fuel storage facility, a modern service station, an office complex, and a modern wharf that can berth international vessels. Having no association with any other fuel company, Falls imports its own fuel, which meets quality specifications, has all the legal permits, and is in compliance with international requirements. Its bulk facility can load 8 trucks simultaneously at a rate of 1,000 liters per minute, while the service station can service 12 cars at a time using computerized fuel pumps, which can facilitate the use of ATM cards. Through its professional team of mostly Guyanese, Falls wholesales and retails fuels to the public, including farmers and miners, and will continue to positively contribute to Guyana by providing quality products, service, and attractive prices. Try Falls today for all your fuel needs.
New Amsterdam, get ready for the year-to-year ladies event. Heineken presents Motivated 4. Motivated 4. The ultra premium Heineken party. Saturday 27th July 2019 at Club Eclipse, Main Street, New Amsterdam. Enjoy Heineken bucket specials all night. The Heineken girls and giveaways. Store opens from 9 p.m. with vibes by Father Moon, DJ Von Hyde, Gully Ross and Diamond from Team Fusion, Team Lockdown, and DJ Slaughter from Junglist. Motivated 4. Saturday 27th July at Club Eclipse. Powered by Heineken, Strong Vibes, Seditious Lifestyle, Westsiders Entertainment, 88.5 Rock FM, Little Rock Sweets, Candy Boss, and Rush Energy Drink.
The Ghana Elections Commission will commence house-to-house registration in your area soon. You must register if you are a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or registration. 14 years and older by the 31st of October 2019, a citizen of a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for a period of no less than 1 year preceding the qualifying date. If you were previously registered, you will need to register again. Look out for GCOM. Make it your responsibility to get registered. For more information, contact GCOM on 225-0277-9 or 223-9653. Email pro@gcom.org.gy. Contact the nearest GCOM registration office or visit our website www.gcom.org.gy.
Across the region right now, the lights went out in Venezuela's capital of Caracas, and there were also reports yesterday that much of the country is also being affected by a massive outage. The power in the capital went out at around 4:30 yesterday afternoon and immediately backed up traffic as the subway stopped working and office workers had to begin trekking home during the rush hour. There were reports on social media that 19 out of 24 Venezuelan states were also affected. Blackouts caused confusion in the country back in March, leaving much of the capital without power for a week. At that time, President Nicolas Maduro blamed the outage on a U.S.-sponsored attack against the nation's biggest hydroelectric company. His opponent said it was the result of years of mismanagement and underinvestment in the nation's grid. Across in Haiti, President Jovenel Moïse has named Fritz William Michel, an executive in the Ministry of the Economy and Finance, as his 4th prime minister since he became head of state in 2017. Michel replaces Jean-Michel Lapin, who had earlier announced that he was stepping down in the interest of the country. In the post on Twitter on Monday night, Moïse named the virtually unknown technocrat to head his government and is expected to formalize the position in an official decree later. The new Prime Minister's appointment followed talks on Sunday and Monday between Moïse and the leaders of the two chambers of Parliament. Lapin had become the 3rd head of government under President Moïse, who himself came to office in February of 2017. Media reports had earlier indicated that Moïse had approached 3 people, including a woman, to replace Lapin, who had come to office less than a month after thousands of people took to the streets across the country demanding better living conditions and the departure of the president. The president has refused to step down. And finally, tonight, international news. Boris Johnson has been elected new Conservative leader in a ballot of party members and will become the next Prime Minister in the United Kingdom. He beat out Jeremy Hunt comfortably, winning 92,153 votes to his rival's 46,656. The former London mayor takes over from Theresa May on Wednesday. In his victory speech, Mr. Johnson promised he would deliver Brexit, unite the country, and defeat the opposing party. Speaking at the Queen Elizabeth II Centre in London, he said the country is going to be energized. Mr. Johnson thanked his predecessor, saying it had been a privilege to serve in her cabinet. He was Mrs. May's Foreign Secretary until resigning over Brexit. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley, reporting.